my dear one, you are more powerful than you've been taught to believe. Right now, in this very moment, you are standing at the center of all creation. Every dream you hold, every desire you whisper in the quiet is not outside of you. It is within, and it is waiting. Waiting not for time, but for alignment. You see, time is not your enemy. Time is not a barrier. Time is a canvas, and you are the artist. When you step into the knowing that all things are happening for you, through you, and because of you, you begin to collapse the illusion of time. Imagine, just for a moment, that everything you've ever wanted is already yours. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now. Feel the weight of that truth. Feel the joy, the peace, the security that rushes in when you truly believe that what you desire is already here. You see, the greatest shift you can make is not in the doing, but in the being. The secret to manifesting your desires isn't about how much effort you apply or how long you wait. It's about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and energy with the version of you who already has it all. That version of you is not far away. That version of you lives inside of you, waiting to be remembered. When we wait for the result before we allow ourselves to feel good, we delay our manifestations. But when we decide to feel good now, to embody joy now, to walk and talk and think as if the desire is already fulfilled, we draw it toward us effortlessly. This is not pretending. This is remembering. This is realigning with your natural power. Close your eyes and see yourself living your dream. Feel the joy in your body. Hear the sounds around you. Smell the air. Let it become real in your inner world, because what becomes real in your inner world must eventually reflect in your outer world. This is the law. Step into the end result now by shifting your identity. Ask yourself, how does the version of me who already has this think? How do they feel when they wake up in the morning? What decisions do they make? What do they not worry about? When you begin to adopt the thoughts, emotions, and habits of that version of you, you collapse the space between who you are and who you desire to be. This is the art of alignment. You are not chasing your dream. You are becoming it. Let your words reflect your end result. Instead of saying, I hope it happens, say, I know it's already done. Instead of saying, I'm trying, say, I am receiving. Instead of feeling frustration, feel gratitude, as if the universe has already delivered your desire into your hands, because the moment you feel it within, it begins to take shape around you. You do not need to wait for a sign to begin living as the version of yourself who already has what you want. You can give yourself permission to feel the joy now. You can choose to radiate the confidence now. You can embody abundance, love, and freedom in this very moment, not because the external has changed, but because you have changed. This internal shift is what activates your external reality. Too often we live as though we are waiting in line, believing that someday, after we've worked hard enough or proven ourselves worthy, we'll finally receive the life we want. But the truth is, you are not waiting in line. You are the only one who can allow your desire in. And that permission is given when you decide to live in the vibration of the result, not the absence. If you want love, be the version of you who feels loved and gives love freely. If you want abundance, walk through the world with the knowing that you are already supported and financially free. If you want healing, live as the healed version of you, speaking wholeness into every cell. You collapse time when you align with the frequency of the outcome. You dissolve delay when you stop measuring by what your eyes can see and instead trust what your heart knows. The universe doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to embodiment. There is nothing more magnetic than someone who is certain. Not anxious, not desperate, just calm, clear, and knowing. That's who you're becoming. That's who you already are. Every time you feel doubt, return to the end result. Every time you feel fear, return to the end result. Speak to yourself as if it's already here. Move through your day as if there is no question about it. That unwavering faith is what makes the unseen become seen. This is your power. It always has been. You don't need to prove it. You just need to live it. So, take a deep breath. And in this moment, declare to yourself, it is already done. I am already there. I feel the joy, the peace, the fulfillment. I choose to live from the end result. I allow it now. And as you do, the universe responds, not with resistance, but with recognition. Because the moment you step into the energy of the fulfilled desire, it cannot help but find you. Speak only of what you desire. This is not a mere suggestion. It is a sacred instruction. Your words hold energy. Your voice is the channel through which your reality takes form. When you speak of lack, you give life to it. When you speak of what's wrong, you empower it. And when you speak of your fears, you invite them into your experience. But when you speak of what you love, what you cherish, and what you long for, as though it is already yours, you begin to create a reality that reflects it back to you. It is so easy to fall into the habit of narrating what we don't want. We talk about our problems, our stress, our disappointments, and our delays. We vent, we complain, we worry out loud. And in doing so, we affirm a reality we wish would change. But we forget that words are not neutral. Every word you speak is an affirmation. Whether you say, I'm always broke, or nothing ever works out for me, or why does this keep happening to me? You are giving instructions to your subconscious mind and to the universe. And the universe always says yes. But when you shift and begin to speak only of what you desire, you enter the vibration of creation. You declare to yourself and to the universe, this is the reality I am aligned with. You choose faith over fear. You place your attention on what you want, not what you lack. You become magnetic to miracles. If you want peace, speak peace. Don't talk about how chaotic your life is. Say, I am surrounded by calm and clarity. Everything in my life is working in divine order. If you want love, speak love. Don't talk about heartbreak or loneliness. Say, I am open to giving and receiving love. I attract relationships that are kind, honest, and nurturing. If you want financial abundance, stop talking about debt and bills. Instead, say, money flows to me with ease. I am supported, sustained, and abundantly provided for. This is not denial, this is discipline. It is the conscious choice to use your words as instruments of alignment, not destruction. You are not ignoring reality. You are creating a new one. One that reflects your inner truth, not your past conditioning. Start listening to yourself. Catch the moments when you speak in contradiction to your desires. Notice when you say things like, I can't, it's hard, it never happens for me, or I don't know how. Pause and gently correct yourself. Replace those patterns with power. Say instead, I can, I am learning, I trust, I know it's already happening for me. Over time, this becomes natural. You begin to speak with confidence and certainty. Your words begin to carry energy, intention, and truth. Speak in the direction of your vision. Even if it hasn't happened yet, speak as if it has. Declare it with joy. Say, I love waking up excited about my life. Even if you're still figuring things out. Say, I am grateful for my thriving business, even if you've just taken the first step. Say, my body is strong, healthy, and vibrant, even if you're still on the path to healing. Speak it, feel it, embody it. Because what you speak, you claim. What you claim, you begin to feel. What you feel, you begin to believe. And what you believe, you will absolutely see. You are not just speaking about your life, you are speaking your life into being. Be mindful of casual conversations. Be aware of the stories you repeat, even in jest. Don't speak of limitations just to fit in. Don't joke about being broke, unlucky, tired, or unworthy. Words don't understand sarcasm. Your subconscious mind hears it all and responds accordingly. So choose your words with love. Use them to build, to uplift, to inspire. Speak life into your dreams. Speak healing over your body. Speak light into your future. The energy of your desire is alive every time you affirm it. And the moment you speak with gratitude as though it is already yours, the universe rushes in to match your frequency. This is not magic, it is spiritual alignment. It is you stepping into your role as a conscious creator. It is you choosing to align your language with your vision. So now ask yourself, what do I really want? What reality do I wish to create? And how can I begin to speak from that place right now? Let every word be a declaration of your worth. Let every sentence carry the vibration of faith. Let every conversation reflect the life you are choosing to manifest. And when doubt creeps in, when fear tries to convince you to speak of what's missing, gently return to the truth. You are not here to speak of limitations. You are here to speak of miracles. Speak only of what you desire, and the world will rise to meet you in your knowing. Let go of the how, let go of the when, let go of the mental gymnastics trying to figure out every detail of how your dream will come into form. You are not here to solve the universe, you are here to align with it. So many of us delay our desires not because they aren't coming, but because we grip too tightly. We demand answers, we demand proof. We want signs before we surrender and a schedule before we allow. But life doesn't unfold by force. It blossoms through faith. You do not need to know how something will happen for it to happen. You do not need to know when it will arrive for it to already be on its way. Your job is not to organize the delivery. It's to prepare your heart to receive. When you hold too tightly to the how, you close yourself off from the infinite possibilities of how the universe might bring your desire. You are operating from a limited perspective. You are looking at the situation through the lens of your past, your fears, your logic. But manifestation is not logic, it is alignment. The how is none of your concern because the how belongs to something greater than your thinking mind. It belongs to the field of infinite intelligence that knows your desire, feels your energy, and arranges every particle of existence to reflect back to you what you have chosen. You may think the only path to your dream is through hard work or certain people or a step-by-step plan, but that is only one way. What if there are 10,000 better ways? What if your attachment to one route is the very thing keeping you from arriving? When you release the how, you step into trust. You say, I may not know how, but I know it's coming. You open your energy, you stop resisting, you become available. And the same is true for when. The timing of your desire is never random. Life is never late. You may think it should have happened last year. You may wonder why it hasn't come already, but your desire is not on hold. It is preparing itself in ways you cannot yet see. When you demand a timeline, you create pressure, and pressure creates resistance. And resistance keeps your desire just out of reach. Instead of trying to make it come faster, ask yourself, can I be at peace right now? Can I love myself right here before anything arrives? You don't collapse time by rushing. You collapse time by aligning. You speed up manifestation by living now as if it's already done, not by asking when it will be. Trust that the waiting is never wasted. If it hasn't shown up yet, it means there's something still growing inside of you or within the path that leads to it. There are no delays in a universe that is always on time. What looks like waiting is really preparation. What looks like silence is sacred rearrangement. Let your work be the inner work, the releasing, the receiving, the remembering. Let your focus be on who you are becoming, not what you are chasing. Because the person you become determines what you allow in. When you release the how and when, you tell the universe, I trust you. I know you're for me. I know there's nothing I have to force. I simply have to align, believe, and open my arms to receive. Feel the difference in your body when you shift from controlling to allowing. Your shoulders drop, your breath softens, your heart opens. That feeling, that's your power. That's when the magic begins. Stop checking the clock. Stop refreshing your email. Stop reading the signs. Stop doubting the journey. It's all happening. Every time you lean into trust, you align. Every time you say, even though I can't see it, I believe it, you create momentum. Every time you rest in the knowing that it's already yours, you collapse the illusion of distance between now and the desire. There is nothing wrong with wanting things to happen quickly. But don't confuse speed with value. Don't rush what is meant to rise beautifully. Trust divine timing. Trust that your soul already knows when it will come and how. And trust that everything is always being worked out for your highest good. So if today you feel the urge to fix, to chase, to stress, to beg for signs, pause. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, what a pleasure this is. I don't need to know how. I don't need to know when. I trust it is already mine. I release control. I relax into the unfolding. I allow my desire to come to me in perfect timing, in the most joyful, effortless, miraculous way. And then carry that trust with you as you go about your day. Speak from the outcome. Walk in confidence. Rest in peace. Because you don't have to do it all. You just have to be willing. Willing to believe, willing to let go, willing to receive. The how and when are handled. Stay in your knowing, stay in your joy, and let it come. Gratitude is the doorway through which all miracles walk. Before your desire ever arrives, before the evidence ever appears, gratitude is what aligns your heart with the outcome you wish to experience. It is the vibration of already having. It is the energy of faith made tangible. It says to the universe, I trust you. I believe it is already mine. Most people wait to be grateful after the manifestation. They wait for the money to arrive before they feel prosperous. They wait for love to appear before they feel worthy. They wait for healing to show up before they feel whole. But this is backwards. Gratitude is not a response to receiving. When you practice gratitude before your desire shows up, you activate a powerful truth that you are already aligned, already worthy, already supported. Gratitude declares that you are not waiting for proof because your faith is your proof. It sends a clear message to your subconscious mind and to the universe that you are ready now, that you are open, that you believe. And you do not need to see it to believe it. In fact, it is the belief that allows you to see it. When you feel grateful now for the thing you have asked for, even though it hasn't arrived, you begin to embody the version of yourself who already has it. And the moment you embody it, the manifestation becomes inevitable. Gratitude lifts your energy, it softens resistance, it brings you into the present moment where all your power is. You can't be grateful and fearful at the same time. You can't be grateful and doubtful at the same time. Gratitude dissolves the need to control. It replaces worry with trust. It transforms lack into abundance. So take a moment now, take a deep breath, feel into your body. Imagine the thing you desire most. It might be love, it might be a home, it might be clarity, health, or peace. Now, instead of asking for it, thank it. Say, thank you for this beautiful relationship that fills me with joy. Say, thank you for the money that flows to me with ease. Say, thank you for the healing that is restoring every cell in my body. Say, thank you for the opportunities that are lining up for me now. Speak it as if it has already arrived, because energetically it has. The moment you express thanks for something, as though it's already done, you collapse the illusion of time. You no longer push your desire into the future, you bring it into the now. You vibrate at the same frequency as your manifestation. And when your vibration matches your desire, the physical world adjusts. You don't have to fake this feeling, you simply need to allow it. Even if there's no outer sign yet, tune into the essence of what you desire. What would it feel like to be supported, to be loved, to be free? Let that feeling rise up within you, let it move through your heart. And from that place, speak your gratitude. This is not a trick, this is alignment. It's not about pretending something is real when it isn't. It's about acknowledging that what you want already exists in the energetic field. And gratitude is the bridge between that energy and your physical reality. The gratitude also brings peace. It reminds you that you are not lacking, even in this moment, that there is beauty all around you, that your breath is a miracle, that life is already offering you so much to be thankful for. When you train your mind to notice the blessings that are already present, you become a magnet for more. Gratitude multiplies what you have. When you focus on what is working, more things begin to work. When you celebrate what is good, more goodness flows in. And when you bless the space between where you are and where you're going, you make the journey sacred. You do not need to strive. You do not need to beg. You need only to feel. To feel the joy of receiving now. To feel the safety of knowing you are supported now. To feel the warmth of love now. And when you do, the universe responds. Every day, take time to give thanks, not just for what has happened, but for what is happening, even if you can't see it yet. Say thank you when you wake up. Say thank you as you imagine your dream life. Say thank you when doubt creeps in. Say thank you when things don't go as planned. Because gratitude doesn't just attract what you want, it anchors you in the truth that you are already whole. So bless your desires with gratitude. Thank them for choosing you. Thank the path for unfolding perfectly. Thank the timing, even if it feels unclear. And most of all, thank yourself for being willing to believe before the world gives you a reason. Because this is how you manifest with ease. This is how you collapse time. This is how you receive, not by waiting, but by already being thankful. There is no such thing as too late, no deadline on your dreams, no expiration date on your healing, no fixed timeline that declares when something must unfold in order for it to be meaningful. The labels of time are man-made, but your soul is eternal. And when you remember this, you release the pressure, you stop rushing, you stop comparing, you return to presence, where all your power is. We've been taught to measure our lives by the ticking of clocks and the turning of calendars. We believe that certain milestones must happen by a certain age, that success has a time frame, that love has a window, that healing must be instant. But these are not divine truths. These are inherited beliefs that create unnecessary suffering. When you place time-based conditions on your desires, you create resistance. You look at the clock and tell yourself, it should have happened by now. You look at the calendar and wonder, why am I still here? You compare your journey to others and assume you're behind. But behind what? According to whom? There is no race, no schedule that your soul must meet. You are not late. You are right on time for your own sacred unfolding. Releasing the labels of time doesn't mean you stop taking action. It means you stop pressuring yourself to force outcomes before they're ready. It means you trust divine timing more than artificial deadlines. It means you lean into the now, not as a waiting room, but as the birthplace of everything you desire. Because time is not linear the way we think it is. In spiritual truth, time is flexible. It expands and contracts in response to your energy. When you are anxious, time feels heavy and slow. When you are at peace, time feels light and effortless. When you align your vibration with the feeling of your desire, time collapses. What once felt far away begins to move quickly toward you, not because you chased it, but because you became a match for it. Stop saying it's taking too long. Every time you do, you affirm separation. You affirm that your desire is outside of you, somewhere in the distant future. Instead, say, I trust the timing of my life. Say, everything is unfolding perfectly for me. Say, I am always in the right place at the right time. This simple shift in language reprograms your mind. It soothes your nervous system. It tells your heart, you are safe to be here. You are safe to relax. You are safe to receive. When you are relaxed, you allow. When you are anxious, you resist. The universe doesn't respond to panic. It responds to peace. Your desire is not waiting on time. It's waiting on alignment. You don't need to speed up the clock. You need to slow down your mind. You don't need to work harder. You need to believe deeper. Because belief is what bridges the gap between here and there. Let go of the pressure to arrive. You are not a machine. You are a miracle. Life is not a series of checkpoints. It's a series of awakenings. And each one unfolds when you're ready, not when others expect it. Some people find their purpose at 16, others at 60. Some find love after heartbreak, others find it after solitude. There is no better, there is no worse. There is only what is right for you. Trust the divine pauses. Trust the seasons of rest. Trust that what looks like delay is often preparation. You are not falling behind. You are being prepared for something greater. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself enjoy the moment without needing to measure it. Let yourself feel the beauty of what's here without demanding that it become something else. When you stop labeling everything by time, you begin to experience life through energy, through joy, through presence. This is where the miracles happen. Not when you finally get there, but when you realize you're already there. Right now is sacred. Right now is enough. Right now is powerful. Let go of the calendar in your mind. Let go of the inner critic that says you're too old, too young, too late, or too slow. Let go of the story that says, if it hasn't happened yet, maybe it never will. Replace it with a new story, a kinder story, one that says, my life is unfolding with perfect timing. One that says, everything that's meant for me is finding me now. One that says, I am not behind. I am exactly where I need to be. The only time that truly matters is now. The past is gone. The future hasn't arrived. All your power, all your healing, all your joy, all your creation, it's here in this breath, in this moment. And from this moment, you can create anything. When you stop labeling your life by how long it's taking, you start living it, you start loving it, you start receiving it. And what once felt far away suddenly feels within reach. Because it is, because it always was. You are not bound by time. You are guided by purpose. And purpose never rushes. It only rises. You don't have to prove yourself today. You don't have to chase anyone's approval. You don't need to post something impressive, check off a list, or outperform anyone else. You can simply sit, breathe, and be. And in that quiet, you will hear the truth that has always been waiting beneath the noise. You are enough, just as you are. Well, we live in a world that measures value by productivity. From the moment we wake up, we are told to do more, achieve more, be more. We are told that unless we are busy, we are wasting time. Unless we are working, we are falling behind. But in that endless pursuit of more, we often lose sight of the one thing we never had to earn, our inherent worth. You are not valuable because of what you do. You are valuable because of who you are. You are not worthy because of your successes or your titles or the people who praise you. You are worthy because you exist. That is enough. Sit in silence and feel that truth. Turn off the noise. Step away from the pressure. Put down your phone, your obligations, your worries, and return to yourself. Return to the breath. Return to your heartbeat. Return to the quiet voice within that whispers, you are loved. You are safe. You are whole. In the silence, the masks fall away. You are not the roles you play. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not what you've lost or what you're still waiting for. You are a soul having a human experience, and your worth was never meant to be earned. It was meant to be remembered. There is nothing you need to do to be enough in this moment. Nothing to fix. Nothing to figure out. Let yourself rest. Let yourself simply be. That is a sacred act. That is a revolutionary act. To sit in stillness and affirm your worth is to rise above the fear that says you are only as good as your performance. When you sit in silence, you reconnect with the part of you that cannot be shaken by external chaos. You come home to the part of you that knows peace, that knows joy, that knows love, without needing a reason. And it's from this stillness that your true power is born. You don't need to earn love. You don't need to strive to be accepted. You don't have to hustle to deserve happiness. These are your birthrights. But to receive them, you must pause long enough to remember who you are beneath the conditioning. The world may not always reflect your worth, but that's because it's busy chasing its own reflection. Your job is not to convince anyone of your value. Your job is to know it, to sit with it, to root yourself in it so deeply that no amount of rejection, failure, or delay can shake you. You are not too much. You are not too little. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not missing anything. You are a radiant being of light and love. And you are more than enough in this very moment. When you sit in silence, you begin to hear your own wisdom. You begin to feel the strength you forgot you had. You begin to reconnect with the love that never left you. And from that stillness, clarity begins to rise. Direction appears. Healing begins, not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. This is not about doing nothing forever. It's about remembering that your beingness is sacred, that your energy is valuable even when you're still, that you are magnetic not because you try hard, but because you know your worth without trying at all. Let the silence hold you like a soft blanket. Let it remind you that you don't have to push to be powerful. You don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to shrink to be accepted. You only have to sit, breathe, open your heart, and receive your own love. In that space, miracles unfold. You begin to attract, not from lack, but from wholeness. You begin to give, not from depletion, but from overflow. You begin to live not from fear, but from truth. And the truth is, you are worthy, not because of what you've done, not because of what you'll achieve, but because you were created with love, by love, for love. So today, gift yourself the sacred space of silence. Let it clear the noise. Let it wash away the doubt. Let it remind you of the one truth that changes everything. You are already enough, and you are allowed to rest in that knowing.